So, what I'm about to say right here, it doesn't take away from any content creators talking points, okay? It's not to take away from anything that any content creator has ever said about the black community, okay? But I was triggered by a video that Coach Greg right here, this brother right here. And mind you, this brother has amazing content. I love the way he brings that smoke to these men and teach them what the nonsense that's going on in the red pill atmosphere. And it's good. I love when male content creators come and teach men things they need to know about women that's doing nonsense, and also teach them how, not to be with baby mamas as well. But my spin is, I don't say let them not be with baby mamas. What I say is that if you want to be with a baby mama, or if you accept to be with a baby mama, make sure you put those boundaries in. And if those boundaries, while you're dating, she crossed those boundaries, let her know the relationship is done. Keep those boundaries and keep them in play. Why is Takey saying that? Because Takey was a baby mama. You understand? And my king put those boundaries in play, and I wanted to remain a wife. I wanted to remain, well, at the time, a girlfriend. And so I kept to the boundaries. Okay. Now I want to share something with you. What Coach Greg had said, I'm not upset with it, because where was the lie? But he was talking to a Caucasian brother in his podcast. And the Caucasian brother was in there, pushing out the stats and everything about the black community and this and that. Because Coach Greg was saying, we can't save the black community. The black community is done, is roasted. You understand? And I was just listening. And the Caucasian brother got in there and was like, well, if you get rid of all this with the baby mamas, if you get rid of all this with the welfare, if you get rid of all this, the way y'all not taking care of your children, all this other stuff. And so I sat there and I was like, where is the lie? Now, I was upset with the fact that this Caucasian man was getting in here and he was 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Greg just sat there. But then this is the uncomfortable truth, my melanated brothers and sisters. When Caucasian people come to social media and they throw stats at you and they tell you what's going on in the melanated community, you understand? We get upset, not that they're coming to tell us this, because we know. We get upset because it's coming from them. You understand? We get upset because it's coming from them. When you talk about black women don't know how to raise their children, black women don't know how to be wives, the uncomfortable truth, when you have someone Caucasian telling you this, the uncomfortable truth, this was never us. Okay? This was never us. Because we taught them how to raise their children. They saw us be married more than them. Do you understand? Way back in Big Mama time, probably beyond Big Mama time, that the melanated family stuck together, that we raised our children under one household. You understand? So it's like we're getting turned. We taught them, but now they turned around and pointed the finger at us. And this is the uncomfortable truth. Where's the lie? See, we can get mad with the person who is delivering the message because they're Caucasian. We'll get mad about that. Or maybe they'll be Latino. But where is the lie? Now, yes, you can turn around and say, well, the Latino community got niggeration. Well, the Caucasian community got niggeration. And that's true. They do. But where's the lie when these content creators who are from different communities come and speak out against the black community? Where's the lie? See, this is the uncomfortable truth, and I have said this many times before. Judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged. Who is without sin, cast the first stone. These scriptures in the Bible messed up the melanated community. Because the people who were using this scripture, they was doing nonsense in the church, or they were doing nonsense in the street. And so they didn't want us to judge what you were doing. But we forgot that Yahweh said, judge righteously. You understand? So now, since they said, judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged, and who is without sin cast the first stone, the black community done got quiet. We done, close that mouth. We done got quiet. And so this is why the nonsense and the niggeration in our community sits up in the two front rows of our community. I ain't lying to you. They sit up in the two front rows of our community. So that makes the black community, they everybody looks at us like, oh, everybody crazy. Everybody crazy in the black community. Because we let the niggeration sit in the front. See, Caucasian and Latino got niggeration, but they put those fools in the back. We got ours sitting right front center. The two front rows is a problem for our community. And because we don't get in here and correct this niggeration, okay, we gonna continue getting other communities looking at us talking about, well, this is what's going on in your community. That's what's going on in your community. This is what's going on in your community. And if you get this and if you get that, it'll be better. But he gonna take it back to you just a little bit, baby. Let's get rid of judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged, and who is without sin cast the first stone. Let's get rid of that. Because if you are not doing the nonsense that you're correcting someone else on, you understand? That whole right there, all that scripture don't mean nothing to you. You hear me? If you in here correcting somebody for some nonsense that they are doing, and you not doing it, you hear what I'm saying? You not doing the nonsense, get in here and correct they behind. You hear me? Get in here and correct they behind. If you ain't doing it, get your behind in here and correct them. Okay? That whole, the scripture and everything, all those scriptures only apply to if you doing it. Then you can't get in here and say nothing to this person. But we got to get in here and start correcting our community. And I'm going to share something with you. We got to stop being triggered because another community come in here and say something about us. Because I'm going to share something with you. And we get in here and start correcting the niggeration in the first two front rows of our community. Then other communities can't come over and say, look at them. Oh, look at y'all. Look what y'all doing. You see what I'm saying? It's a look moment that they doing to us. So stop being triggered because another community come in and say something about us. This message was not to trigger any content creator who said what they believe. You understand? This is not to trigger anybody. Because at the end of the day, where is the lie? Take heed to the message, baby.